Hey everyone, it's Linus81. I'm on my way to the grocery store right now on my day off. My hair is just kind of pulled to the side. I am not big on accessories. Since I have so much hair, I don't even wear earrings anymore. And this one, it has this curve in the back and then it has two studs on it, and I don't know if I have it in the right way. So I'm on my way to the grocery store because lately I wouldn't say my diet's bad because I don't eat poorly and I don't eat a ton of meat, but I've been feeling a little bit run down or burnt out. So some days before work, I depend on like a snack or a treat, I would say. Like I'll depend on getting a smoothie or dark chocolate, something to make me feel better. If I only sleep 3 or 4 hours a night and I have to work early in the morning, sometimes I will grab a coffee and a muffin, and I never used to eat muffins before, and I try not to really drink coffee, so that's not good. And then every so often, like if I'm having a night out or I'm spending quality time with someone, like I'll have a drink, but I don't drink heavy liquor. I drink like mixed drinks. So somewhere between 5 and 7% alcohol is what I'm drinking, not enough to really get you drunk or anything. Yesterday or last night, I went to do my friend's hair and I got there around 8:30. I had had Tylenol because I had a headache during the day. So I had a Tylenol maybe a couple hours before. And then I had two drinks that I got myself. They had like vodka in them, but they were only 5 or 7%. And I don't know, like I was talking for maybe 20 minutes. They left to go do something, and the next thing I remember, I was like asleep. It was 1 something in the morning and I was sleeping. And it didn't bother them because they know I've been tired lately, and they're like, if your body wants to rest, let it rest. I'm not mad. But at the same time, years and years ago, before I got into natural anything, I used to have coffee on a regular basis. I used to have sugar on a regular basis. I used to drink every now and then, and I used to depend on like Tylenol and stuff like that. The only difference is that I was really, really addicted, and on top of those things, I took energy drinks all the time, and I had like oral antibiotics that I took for my skin because my skin was breaking out on my crappy diet, and taking oral antibiotics like tetracycline was like a really quick way to just clear my skin up. So my body just broke down. Like I would get sick easily, I got infections all the time, and I think that's before I even cut off my hair and went natural. It took a very long time for my body to recover and to build my immune system up again, and like figuring out that eating a balanced diet or a mostly healthy diet could prevent problems like that just kind of changed my life. That's why I always try to eat a certain way. But because I'm so stressed and burnt out, I don't want to fall back into that whole lifestyle, and I'm on my way right now to get vegetarian food from the grocery store. I just made a list of some of the things I want to keep around my house as staples. I used to have oatmeal, steel cut oatmeal for breakfast every morning, and I'm eager to get back on that grind because muffins aren't that good for you. Finding random things could be stressful, or you can skip breakfast if you don't know what you're going to have for breakfast. Oatmeal is really easy, really simple. Fills you up, it's good for you. So I have to get back on that grind. But I also put down greens, brown rice. I have digestion problems, so I might just go for jasmine rice. I like the taste of that better. I'm not big on tofu. I know tofu's not too good for you if you're a woman, especially. It messes with your estrogen levels, but I have that on my list because I eat it once in a while. Bagels, beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, lentils. I don't digest black beans well. Almond milk, potatoes, even though I'm not a potato person, plantain, veggie soup, cilantro, salsa, and then some Tupperware so that I can like make a lot and then refrigerate it or freeze it for later. So I'm off to do that. I'm not saying I'm going back to being vegan or vegetarian. It's just I need to eat a certain way for a while so that I don't crave alcohol and crave chocolate or muffins or coffee or whatever, because I know I never want to get back to the point I was at before. I got into all this natural stuff where my immune system was actually weaker. So I'm off to do that. The only other thing I want to talk about was rose water and carrier oil, or like oil that you would use on your skin or hair. I got rose water the other day from the grocery store. It was like $2 Canadian, and I had bought it from the grocery store before. And when I buy it, I just spritz my hair with it, or I spritz my face with it. Sometimes I'll add a little conditioner or some like lavender oil or whatever to it, and it's a nice little pick-me-up. But I started to think about the rose water oil you get from the health food store versus the rose water oil you get from the grocery store. And the difference is that like the rose water oil that you get from the grocery store is often just distilled water and rose fragrance, like fragrance in general. And I know it's food grade. They wouldn't be selling it if it's something you can't digest, so it can't be that harmful. But at the same time, it doesn't have the benefits that rose water from the pharmacy or health food store would have. Because when my daughter was an infant, she had eczema. And she did have, the doctor did recommend rose water, so I did try that on her. It helped a little bit. But rose water, real rose water made with distilled rose petals, is known to be antibacterial and be moisturizing. And what was the other benefit? An anti-inflammatory. So that's the main difference. If you're getting it from the grocery store, it doesn't have the same benefit. As far as carrier oils, I got sweet almond oil the other day because I had bought a bottle for myself and I liked it a lot, but I ended up giving it away to someone who needed it more. So I got my hands on it again for myself. And when I was there, I saw avocado oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, and I'm just mentioning this because it's just a list of other oils that absorb really easily into your scalp and that you might want to check out, because I use coconut oil right now and it's affordable and it's easy to find, but it's not the best oil to use for me. I use it on my skin because I can use it on my skin, I can use it on my hair, I can use it on my cuticles for my nails, I could cook with it. That's why I like it. It's so versatile, but it doesn't last a long time. It doesn't absorb well into your skin. It's really light. So sometimes the other oils are a little bit better for you, I guess. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about my diet briefly. Hair oils, rose water. As far as oil goes, I oil my scalp, or I try to oil my scalp maybe once a week to prevent it from getting dry. I noticed that even when I don't oil my scalp, I will be massaging my scalp, and I don't know if I'm trying to get rid of flakes or I'm trying to like improve circulation. I might even be trying to separate my roots when I do that, but it's a habit I do, and I know it's a good habit to have because I get benefits from it by massaging my scalp, like the circulation, separating of my locks. A friend of mine, I found out that he oils his scalp every single day. He uses sweet almond oil. He's actually the one that took my sweet almond oil. I think that's a little bit excessive, but he says that it keeps any flakes from showing up at all. So everyone has their own favorite oil, but there are a lot of choices out there. A lot of people use olive oil. I can't stand the smell. A lot of people use coconut oil, but you really just have to find the right one for you and play around a little bit. Jojoba oil is one of my all-time favorite oils, but one person did say that she doesn't like it because it's lighter, so like you might apply it and it might run down your hairline a little bit onto your skin or your face because of its texture. But that's not the case for me. I just use a little bit. And everyone's different. I can't tell you oil your scalp once every week, oil it every day. Like I would recommend like twice a week or whatever to find a middle ground or some balance, but it does help prevent the flakes. You can add like oils to it, like lavender oil if you want your hair to smell nice, or you can add tea tree oil if you want something antibacterial, if you're really worried about dandruff and whatnot. But oil is something that you should definitely have in your regimen. Like I have oily skin on my face and I don't suffer too much from dryness in my scalp, but I still have to oil my scalp to be safe and to keep my scalp healthy, because I will notice that I'll probably have flakes if I go a long time without doing it. Just like my skin's oily, but I have to use moisturizer. If I don't use moisturizer, I don't know the technicality behind what happens balance wise, but my skin will I will get breakouts or whatever if I don't use moisturizer, even though my skin's already oily. It's all about balance. It's like, I think moisturizer keeps the hydration in your skin even if you have oily skin. So You just want to keep your scalp conditioned no matter what kind of scalp you have. I'm going to make a pulled pork sandwich for lunch, the vegan version, because I've seen the non-vegan version. I saw a video for this place in Toronto that sells a pulled pork sandwich, jerk pulled pork, and it's just the pulled pork inside of a cocoa bread bun with coleslaw. So I'm going to pick up a cocoa bread bun, pick up the coleslaw, and then I'm going to jerk the canned jackfruit I have at home. Hope that it doesn't taste nasty because I've never had jackfruit in my life, and that's pretty much it. So I'm off to the grocery store and I will catch you guys later. Ciao.